glad you could make it here for Tuesday morning. Here we are again. It's Transformational Tuesday. Oh my goodness. I have so much fun with these filters. It's hilarious. All right. Well, hello. I'm so glad you're here. I'm psychic medium Samantha Faye, and we're doing Transformational Tuesday. All right. So, how have you guys been feeling lately? I want to check in with you because I feel like there's been so many moving pieces, at least in my life. And I feel like there's just a lot of intensity going on, not necessarily, like really dense intensity, but emotional intensity, especially with our first of 3 super full moons in a row. And then also having Mercury going retrograde at the exact same time. So how was your weekend? How are you feeling? What's going on in your world, in your life? Share it with us. Share it with me, because chances are you're not going through it alone. And so that's why I titled this one, Let's Bust Out and Let's Bust Through the Funk, because it's just time to pick our energy up. It's time to find happiness and joy and those sunshine rays once again. I also really wanted to share with you, I was watching a friend of mine doing a live, and she's amazing. She runs Unicorn University. She really has created her own career based on exactly who she is, and sharing and teaching other people in how to do that as well. So it's really, really neat, really cool. But I was watching one of her lives, full of energy, so much fun to watch. And she was talking about not allowing emotions to dictate your actions. Whether it be staying in inaction, like, I don't feel like it today, or things like that. And so it really got me thinking about what's the distinction, what's the difference between emotions, feelings, and intuition. And now I've made a video on this before, and it's really god awful. It is like so boring. I tried watching it the other day, and I was like, oh God, is this what my first lives and first videos used to be? And I guess so. So hopefully I'm improving, but I'm going to bring you a new description of it and how you can really distinguish. So, okay, so emotions are the reaction that we have to external stimulus. So something happens in our life and we have an emotional reaction to it, whether it be happiness, joy, sadness, grief, whatever it be, jealousy, those are our emotions. So the emotion is the external or the reaction to the external stimulus. So then we have our feelings. So how do we feel about the situation? That would be our own internal experience around the emotion. So the emotion is a response. Then how we feel about the emotion would then be our own experience. So the way that I like to describe this is internally, your emotions are the boat, and your feelings are the water that is guiding the boat. So it's kind of carrying along your experience of the world. So you have this experience going through with your emotions, then your feelings. So then intuition, how does intuition play a role? The intuition is then the wind that catches the sails of this boat and can lead it into a new direction. So you can allow your emotions, your feelings, and your intuition, when they're in alignment, it's full smooth sailing. It's you're experiencing the human experience in bliss, in freedom, in just being able to move through. So shipwreck happens when those 3 are not in alignment. Shipwreck happens when things just start going a little bit crazy and the emotions are out of whack, or you're allowing the emotions to try to dictate the path of the ship. You're allowing the emotions to try to take a left when your intuition is saying, no, it's time to go right. And so just being aware of that, being aware of your own internal dialogue, your own internal processes around how you experience your own emotions and how you experience your own intuition. So with that being said, I did bring out the goddess deck here, our goddess cards. These ladies have been with me through some trying times and have really offered some beauty, some guidance, and even through times that haven't been trying, really just bringing joy and excitement to what's next. Hi, Joey, I see you there. And Becky, yes, thank you for joining in with some James Brown funk. I'm with you. There's some really healthy funk out there. All right, so just praying over these cards, asking them to share with us the divine guidance that is meant for each and every one of us, and may this apply to each of our own individual specific lives as we collectively choose the path of growth together and separately. That one. All right, and one more. Here we go. All right, so which one to go first? I'm going to go with the first one I chose first. All right, so we have Dana, the High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. How many of you does this resonate with? Maybe you've been watching my Transformational Tuesdays for a while, or you've been following some of the stuff that I've been putting out there, and not just me. Maybe you've been following other teachers or other leaders who have stepped up. Now, what I want to point out is that I haven't always been in this teacher role or in this leadership role. This is a role that I have grown into through my own personal experiences. Hello, Katrina from Northern Ireland. How cool is that? I'm so glad you're here. All right, so I haven't always been in that role. In fact, I've been a mess in different times of my life. I have definitely wronged other people. I've definitely created harm. I've definitely caused pain. I've also experienced pain. I've also experienced self-sabotage and alcoholism. So all of these things, the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you feel like you have not been stepping into your highest power, or if you feel that there's a calling within you, that you are meant to be a leader, or that you are meant to share your own understanding and your own experience, because you don't have to be a master of understanding energy in order to explain it to somebody else. Some of us are a few steps ahead of others in our own process of our conscious awakening, and that's perfectly okay. And so the reason I'm bringing that up is because this card is signifying that it's time for you to start recognizing that within yourself, that you have the divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. And maybe you don't even start off as a spiritual teacher, but you can start off as a teacher in your own right. What is it that you are very aware that you know about? That is what's really important here. And so you being able to recognize the information that you have that's going to help you shift into a new form of being. So, Dana, High Priestess. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I love this. Bridget, don't back down. Do I always say that before every card? Ooh, I love this one. I think I do. It makes me laugh inside, but now I'm just laughing outside with you guys. All right, so stand up for what you believe is right. This is not backing down. This is sharing your message, sharing what it is that you have to share and not backing down about it. Allowing your message to be heard and not being afraid to be laughed at, to be made a fool, to make mistakes, because you're going to. Irregardless, every single human being is here to make mistakes so that we can learn, so that we can pick ourselves up and we can grow. Sometimes, especially if you're stepping into a leadership or teacher role, you do this with other people witnessing and watching. And the best part about it is that it helps them to see themselves more clearly as well. So, not backing down, standing up for what you believe is right as far as your own message. All right, so I'm getting a little bit of guidance here that also this particularly has to do with family, that this particularly has to do with your family and how you have been interacting with them. So what is it where you are breaking free or breaking away from your familial programming that is triggering or lighting other people up, specifically other people in your family? If you're able to see that what you believe in and standing up for what you believe is right, setting your boundaries, being very clear about how this process is going to work for you, That's what this is about, standing up for what you believe is right, because the longer you stand up for what you believe is right, the more of an influence you're going to have on others in a really, really positive way. I know that because you are watching this here with me today, that you have an inclination to want to dive into your own spiritual growth process, that you have an inclination to want to get to know yourself as spirit, not just as ego or as personality or as the name that you go by, but to be able to look at and see that you have something with so much more depth that is built in within you, and that is your soul, that is your spirit. You can communicate with your soul. You can communicate with your spirit. You can learn who you be and who you are on that level, and your entire life is going to change in so many ways. So many ways. So don't back down from that. If you're feeling like you're being too weird or you're being ostracized for diving into this world for yourself, it's okay. Let it happen. Let the chips fall where they lay and continue on standing up for what you believe is right, because that is what matters, okay? So our next one here is fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So looking at your spiritual teachings, yes, hello. Also looking at not backing down with Brigitte. We're looking at Ma'at here. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So meaning that whatever it is that you are standing up for, whatever it is that you are not backing down from, whatever it is that you are communicating and helping and supporting others through based on your own experience and your own personal growth, that you are completely and 100% supported in that. That the lessons that you are meant to learn are going to come through and for you as you continue to commit to this path. So as you are staying in and committing to this path for yourself, your situation, one, is going to improve, but it's up to you to make changes. It's up to you to shift what you aren't appreciating, what you aren't enjoying. So being able to really shift that for yourself, shift that consciousness for yourself first, is what is going to trigger this chain reaction of your own spiritual teaching, your own spiritual understanding, and helping others, not backing down from your message, and knowing that as you do so, yes, things are going to change in your life, and it's going to happen in a fair and just manner. So I want to really be clear about that, is that you will experience growth through this process, should you listen to this message and actually choose to take action, actually choose to integrate it into your life and into your choices. So this fair and just manner about this does mean that you are going to experience your lessons. We are in Mercury retrograde right now. I'm sure that's not news to anybody watching this, but we are in a Mercury retrograde period right now, which means it's communication overhaul. It means everything that's been going on in your life in the last couple of weeks is now coming up for review. It's now coming up for tying up the loose ends and being able to absolutely complete. I mean, how beautiful is it that Mercury retrograde is happening in the last month of the year? Because that gives us this ultimate opportunity to tie up the loose ends and leave 2017 and all of its kerfuffles and all of its other stuff in 2017. Like, who's with me on leaving that there? Let's leave it there. 2018, moving on, moving forward. A new trajectory, a new momentum, new motivation. So it's really, really, really exciting to be able to be in this period and stepping forward. And it's really important for you to also be doing your work. And what I mean by that is reflecting on yourself, seeing and taking responsibility for your life, really looking and seeing what is it that you are contributing to that you are unhappy about in your life. If you're unhappy about something in your life, change it. One of the most powerful things I've done this year was I created a list of the things that I was tolerating in my life. What are the things that I was tolerating, that I was not okay with, but I was just tolerating in my life so that I could continue to move forward? I urge you and I encourage you to create that list and see how many things you're actually tolerating that if you were to shift and take out of your life would have more ease. It would be more blissful. You'd be able to experience more joy throughout your day. And when you're experiencing more joy, your creativity, your levels of creativity start to really, really increase. All of these things happen when you start to choose to dedicate yourself to your own path of personal growth. So that's what all of this is about. The next thing, really exciting news is that you and I are going to have the opportunity to connect in person next month. I'm so excited about it. January 12th, 13th, and 14th at the Atlantis here in Reno, Nevada. It's the same place we did Become. If you've been following me since then, you'd see how much fun we had. I don't think that there was one person there that didn't say that that event changed them, that it changed their life, it changed their internal process, that it changed their perspective, their worldview. If that is something that you're interested in experiencing, being able to heal yourself from intensely deep trauma, we do this together. When we do this together, it brings ease and joy to the entire experience. So healing in larger groups offers a different, it's like an amplified depth of the healing process happens when we're working all together at the same time, in the same area, in the same room. And so that's why this is in person. That's why it's so important for you to come. So January 12th, 13th, and 14th. I'm going to have the link to purchase. If you are in the Intuitive Connection Academy, definitely tune into the group. Go into the Intuitive Connection Academy group because you have a special link. You have a special offer. You get 2 complimentary tickets to come. If you are interested and you want to be a part of the Intuitive Connection Academy, I have a special link for you as well. And if you do join now before the end of December, you will get 2 complimentary tickets as well. There is a refundable deposit included in that process, just so that I know that you are coming and I can plan for you to be there. But otherwise, I am so excited. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not planning or getting ready or designing something with my lovely assistant, Miss Kayla. She's been helping me through and through for all of the details. So I would love nothing more than to have you there to experience your own healing. This also, I want to be really clear, this is an event that is going to help you grow your soul-centered business. It is about healing your own internal self, your own internal process, and it also is going to help encourage you to grow your soul-centered business. So you as a spiritual teacher, let me see, I just put these away, but you as a spiritual teacher, this is what I believe. I believe that we are so much more powerful, one, working together. I also believe in empowering healers, intuitives, creatives, healers, intuitives, and creatives in building business. I believe in empowering you financially because if you have a dream to open your healing center, or if you have a dream to have a retreat, or have global retreats, or if you have dreams to do things, and when you're facilitating and you're helping other people in their healing process, that's what this is about. I want to empower you to be able to financially support yourself in your life by helping others. So yes, there is a deep intrinsic healing opportunity by coming to Ascend, and you will learn so much about how to actually create a sustainable career path for you. Because once you build it, nobody can take it away from you. Once you start building that beautiful client base of supported and like-hearted, your own community, the people that are attracted to you and your message, you are going to be able to do anything. It's completely limitless. There's no room for promotion. You create your own promotions. All of this is really, really, really cool. So I would love for you to be there. Drop a crown in the comments and we'll send you your own specific link so that you can join in. If you're interested in the Intuitive Connection Academy, again, you will receive a couple of non-refundable tickets so you and a friend can come. That's here in Reno, Nevada, January 12th, 13th, and 14th. So I do look forward to seeing you then. All right. Thank you so much once again for joining me for Transformational Tuesday. And I do hope that this message greets you with a smile and treats you so well over the next coming week. So happy retrograde. Mwah! Ciao.